something. Pharaoh and Moses were all called, and their purpose was to glorify the name of the Lord. Why then do you discredit Pharaoh? He looked like an enemy. Yes. God said, for this purpose has he raised Pharaoh. All the blessings that were coming to Pharaoh's house was for a purpose. Pharaoh was born to fulfill a mandate, which he did accurately. And through Pharaoh's stubbornness, which God engineered, was what propelled the news of God's glory throughout the nation. Until date, we are still talking about what happened in Egypt. That's the glory of God. Pharaoh played his role accurately. Moses also played his role accurately. They were all servants of God. Yes. In the flesh, he appeared as the enemy. But he was a tool for God also to spread the gospel, to spread his name across nations and across cities. When talking about Pharaoh, yes. When talking about Moses, Moses did a great job. He was a deliverer. God used him to deliver the children of Israelites. God also used Pharaoh to show his mighty works, a dimension of God that had not been seen in many generations. So if Pharaoh, God had not hardened the heart of Pharaoh, God had not done all these things, maybe today we won't be talking about it. So these two were servants. Why am I saying this? One may appear unto honor and the other unto dishonor. But they are playing exactly the same role, so that all glory will be given to God. It's not only when you build a new house, you have a brand new car, you get a good job, that you celebrate God, that you say, oh, this is the glory of God. Even in bad times, those bad situations are there to draw you closer to God and not to take you far from God. You need to open your eyes to understand these things. Even the blessing you are calling for, lest I bless them and they forget me. Some of those things you think are blessings, they take you far from God. But anything that draws you close to God, irregardless of its appearance. Did you just lose your job? Your money? You lost that contract? Or you had a new appointment? Whatever it is, if it doesn't draw you close to God, it is not to the glory of God. But whatever draws you to God, so the option is left to you to decide, to open your eyes and understand. That thing that seems like death is to give you a better life. That thing that seems like it's the end is to the glory of God. So let us not despise the things, the challenges that comes our way. Let us not despise it. They are there to equip us. They are there to make us better. The trial of our faith works patience. What are your challenges today? Have you stayed so long without a child? What is it? God will give you that child, but don't forget the role it played in your life. Don't forget how it drew you closer to God. That's the glory of God, that the name of God may be glorified. That's all that matters. As Christians, irregardless of the things we face, let all glory be given to God. If it's possible, let this cup pass over me. It was a shameful experience. It was a painful one. It was an unbearable one. But since it is to the glory of God, I will drink this cup. Since it will draw me closer to the Father, I will take of this cup. And remember, after this cup, after he drank of that cup, he obeyed the will of the Father. Where is he now? Seated at the right-hand side of God. So also I'm speaking to you and myself. Let us not be discouraged by what we see with our eyes. That thing you think is good may be a trap to take you far from God. And that thing you think is bad may be a thing to draw you closer to God. Whatever draws you closer to God glorifies God, and that is the glory of God. Shalom.